take away this. If you take stuff, it's temporary. It will make you temporarily look crazy. If you stop using it, you will look much worse than you did before. It's not how this shit works, bro. Most of the times you will lose all the muscle that you gained on the cycle and even more. Hola amigos, what's up poppin'? It's me, Joe. Brother, we are back in business. And it's time to talk again, bruh. We talking about bodybuilding is a gnarly sport, bro. Bodybuilding is nasty, bruh. By the way, these are the jackets, the new ones. Lumberjack shirt, the beanies and everything from Young LA dropping on December 13, man. And it's your chance, bruh, to get some. Today we talk about bodybuilding is gnarly because the moment you stop juicing, this is the moment when you become small again, okay? So if we are now going to my Instagram, for example, so this is me, Mr. Joe, yeah? And pictures of me, this one, for example, here I'm natural, bro. Yeah, man, I was natty, okay? But beside then, we have also pictures, let's say, like this one, where you're like, holy fuck, bro. By the way, here I was using some Winstrol, maybe 20 milligrams per day. Yep, I was using Winstrol here, bro. Just that you know, that was when I was in Phuket, and I was doing this photo shoot stuff, and I wanted to be a bit more dry and grainy, so I was just putting Winstrol in, just test. And then 20 milligrams of tablets, bro. That's what I did here. But beside then here, we also have these pictures. I'm skinny. You see, this was my first ever off season when I was like, when I first started to juice up. This is how I looked like when I started my diet for my first ever bodybuilding competition, just that you know. Then we have these pictures here. I was already off cycle. This one also is kind of like I was getting back on cycle, I believe, right? I started to use test again. Here I was already off for like 8 weeks. Then this one, I was off, bro. I was already off for like 1 year. Yep, here I was off for like 1 year. No steroids, you know what I mean? Then here I was starting again, as you can see, just like very skinny. And then here just a bit more buff again, you know? And then this one also just came back slowly, okay? So, but you can see by the pictures also that it's just kind of like, yep, before steroids, you know? And then after. That they definitely make a major difference, you know. It's like, even if you are just using TRT dose, bruh, I gotta tell you that the significance in the look, how you change is crazy, bruh. By the way, this picture is also me being natty. This picture was me also being natty, but you can also see in terms of like my arms, they never really changed much, bro. Besides getting just more pumped up, as you can see here. The arms are just like kind of crazy pumped. While then here on the other picture, there's just kind of very skinny, flat, empty. There's just emptiness, bro. Yeah, exactly the same thing as when you look at the other picture again of this here. It's just full and dry. This is what steroids can do if you're taking the right stuff, like for example, Trembolone, Winstrol, Masteron, and all these steroids out there. They make you full and dry, okay? But if you stop it, you will shrink down to a bare minimum and even worse than you looked before, bruh. That is the one thing that you always have to keep in mind. If you ever start these things, bruh, you eventually gotta stick to it, and it's gonna be a situation where you're stuck for life, man. Because other than that, you are pumping up, you're looking freaky, bruh. And then when you stop using the stuff, you will get skinny, man. You have to understand, skinny, bruh. Because the main problem is, if you never would use anything, okay? You build yourself up, you train for like 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, and you build yourself up to the best you can ever be. With training, nutrition, and everything. Then you introduce juice, you're taking it so far to the next level, you look crazy, bruh. And then what then? You stop juicing, you get off cycle, your hormones get all messed up. You might be using post-cycle therapy, which is, for example, HCG, tamoxifen, and clomiphene, whatever the TRT that you're, it's post-cycle therapy you are doing. And you are trying to hold on to as much muscle mass as possible while you're just in the gym. Everything is burning, bro. You're fucking training. There's no pump anymore. You are just sore. Everything is in pain. You don't like to go to the gym anymore. You get me? Before you feel normal, then you jump into a Lambo, okay? Then you're driving this Lambo around, man, and then all of a sudden you go back and you don't even have a normal car anymore. It's all of a sudden it's like you're on a bicycle and you should compare with a normal car. You get me? So being on juice is like everyone, let's say everyone in this world has a car with 100 horsepower, okay? This is us. Some people, they have a car with like 120 horsepower. Some have like 80 horsepower because some have crazy genetics and some have just shitty genetics. You get me? But we are all around within 40 horsepower of range. We are everyone. Now you put test in. Boom. You get that like extra 100 horsepower. You have like 220 horsepower now, bruh. Okay? Then you put trend 500 horsepower plus. And then you put Windsor and chuck you 1,000 horsepower, let's say, okay? So you are having this feeling of 1,000 horsepower, okay? And then you jump off the steroids. All of a sudden you have like 10 horsepower. You get me? So you drop from 1,000 horsepower to 10. All of a sudden you get mentally depressed. Everything is fucked. I'm just taking the jacket off because you know that I'm living in Thailand, man. And it's crazy hot. But by the way, if you need these, December 13 is the latest drop coming, man. And these beanies, the jackets, I swear the quality, you see this, by the way, it's insane, man. I wish in my life I would be able to have a lumberjack jacket like this. With Kojo, bruh, you can get some, okay? So back to 100 horsepower, 10 horsepower. So then you're dropping down to 10 horsepower, bro. All of a sudden, it takes like 3-4 months to just recover from like 10 horsepower to maybe like 60. But before you've been at 100 horsepower, you get me? And all of a sudden, just because you've been fucking juicing once in your life, you can never even get back to your 100 horsepower. You will always be stuck at like 60, 80. And then you just ask yourself, why the I even do that in the first place? If you always stay on and you can always cruise around with 150, let's say TRT guys, they might be at around 120 or 150 horsepower, okay? So if you can always be at around like 200 horsepower on TRT, and then you never come off, so you never get the shitty feeling, okay. But then if you also put all these other things inside, that's why I'm telling you, a lot of people on a lot of juice are just ego-driven assholes, bruh. Just like arrogant pieces of bro. It's just like that, bro. If I'm going around in the gym, for example, and there's a lot of juiced up dudes on trend and all this bullshit, bruh, they're acting freaky as fuck. And I'm just like, chill, dude, man. Why are you such an asshole? Oh, yeah, you're on trend and you just don't even understand your own body anymore. And it takes over, bruh, the trend rage and all that stuff. Also, when you're using a lot of test, did you ever hear about people saying this is the God mode and all that stuff? And this, it's just like that, bro. You are feeling like an alpha male, bro. It's just the truth, man. And then, like I say, you come off. Because you all guys, you're thinking like, this is how it's working, bro. You do a cycle, then you come off. Then once in a while, you do another cycle, and then you just come off. And you're just building up a lot of muscle mass. And then I'm getting a lot of muscle mass. And then I'm going off cycle, and I just keep so much muscle mass. And then I jump back on again, and I will just, no, bro. It's not how this shit works, bro. Most of the times you will lose all the muscle that you gained on the cycle and even more. So this is why you have to consider, is it even worth it in the first place to even start taking something, bro? Because like I said, we can also look, I mean, there's not so many pictures of me off cycle because I've been staying on TRT now for a long period of time because like I said, so I'm cruising around with 150 horsepower while everyone is at around 100. But if you're taking some stuff, it makes you look significantly better. Even my homie Cole, the SEAL Man 2.0, he is on 0.6 test, okay? In and out a week. This is proper TRT dose. We just did our blood work again, came back at like 800 or whatever, 900. And here he is with the King, bruh. He basically looks, you see them, what I mean? He's on TRT, bro. I'm just saying. And this is Liver King. And they look quite similar. I swear, when they took the shirt off, they look quite similar, bro. Here, this is the second picture, you see? This is Kolski Broski. This is the Liver King. He's on TRT. He's obviously on a lot of stuff we now recently find out. But just that you see, it's a tiny bit enhanced, man. And it just makes you look different. Then we have me also like on TRT. And then we have like, let's say the Natty Boys. We don't even the Natty Boys are these days anymore because it looks like there is none. Here you can also see it also depending. That it was me after my surgery and all that stuff, just getting more slim. The more you pushing, the more you have your routine on point, your training on point, your food and your eating and all that stuff on point, the better you can look. The moment you stop doing this in a proper way, you will look less impressive. It's just like this. Here, for example, 87 kilograms not using, and I was like off also for like 8 months, I think. Here I was off steroids already for like 8 months, and it looks quite decent, you see? Doesn't look that bad. And just that you know, like I said, if we have to take the power example because it's just the best example, okay? You have like 80 to 120 horsepower. Everyone has that, okay? If you are putting TRT on, you get maybe up to 200 horsepower, which makes you feel much better. Eventually, not better, but mentally, these steroids, they don't make you feel better, bro. It doesn't, not at all. You're actually getting more depressed, more body, what is it called? Anorexia, what the that is, man, I don't even know. So, but there's only more problems, bro. The more stuff you take, the more problems occur. A lot of people, they take stuff and they think, I just need one bottle of Testo. That's my cycle. Bro. You gotta better have fucking Arimidex and tamoxifen and some stuff in the backhand that you can use if you get side effects, bro. Then you get bad acne, you hormone levels, and then you come off, and then what was it for, bro? For like 2 kilograms of more muscle mass? No, bro. The thing is, this is a hard topic to talk about because everyone in this industry is now kind of like natty and want to stay natty. Take away this. If you take stuff, it's temporary. It will make you temporarily look crazy. If you stop using it, you will look much worse than you did before because you cannot hold on to the excessive amount of muscle mass that you were able to gain through your cycle. It's just like that. That's why you're probably in the best case off that you don't ever touch stuff and you just push yourself in the best natural way that you can do. And if you don't really want to try it, bro, then try it. But just let me tell you, it could be a high chance that you get stuck for life. Take this as my advice, brother. You don't want, and if you really want to take something, then take the minimum dose possible, okay? And also be aware, for example, there was the video just now that was coming out from More Plates, More Dates here, like how bodybuilding and bullshit was showing that say,
I mean, granted, I know you're tall. Everyone starts with lat pull downs.
Blah, blah, blah.
The legs.
And then just he's criticizing Derek, let's say, because he's just not buff and like not big as before. And I'm just like, bruh, I cannot really take this how you're saying it because the problem is really, bro, that your focus shifts, bruh. Now you're a businessman. Now you're a father. Now you're in this job. Whatever the and you're focused on, that's where you put your energy to. This is where you can do and perform the best. Now Derek was a crazy businessman making millions of dollars. Is he now maybe so much into the gym? No. Does he understand that being that big is like necessary and needed? Does he want that? No. Is he maybe also completely off steroids? Yes. How do we know? Why do we criticizing someone that we don't know? And also the thing is like, just don't even criticize me if at one point I don't want to be, let's say, on TRT even anymore and I get skinny like this because it's my own decision, whatever the is, bro. And people, they don't understand that the steroids help a lot in the way that how you look. Just keep that in mind, bro. You can only, this is a temporary thing. Nothing is forever, bro. I hope you enjoyed the video, bro. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And see you in the next one. Adios, amigos and chicas, of course.